How to make your ads work harder, majestic vision. As a small business owner, you know that effective advertising is essential to growing your business. But with so many options and moving pieces, it can be difficult to know where to start. If you're feeling overwhelmed, never fear. Google has put together a set of research-backed creative guidelines that they call the ABCDs of Effective Creative. Keep reading to learn more about what the ABCDs are and how you can use them to create more effective ads for your business. The ABCDs of Effective Creative, an overview. So, what are the ABCDs of Effective Creative? They stand for attention, branding, connection, and desire. Let's take a closer look at each one. Attention. In order for your ad to be effective, people need to actually see it. That seems like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised how many businesses invest in ads that no one ever sees because they're not placed in high-traffic areas or they're not relevant to their target audience. Pay attention to where your ads are being placed and make sure they're being seen by people who are actually interested in what you're selling. Another method to get the attention of your viewer quickly is using the emerging story arc. The emerging story arc is a technique used in fiction where the story starts with a mini climax or inciting incident, and then quickly goes into the main conflict. This grabs the reader's attention right away and pulls them into the story. You can use this same technique in your ads by starting with something interesting or unexpected that will pique people's curiosity and make them want to see more. Design for mobile. As of June 2017, more people are using mobile devices to access the internet than desktop devices. This shift can be attributed to a number of factors, including the proliferation of affordable smartphones and the increasing availability of high-speed mobile data networks. This trend is particularly pronounced in developing countries, where mobile devices are often the only means of accessing the internet. In fact, in some countries, such as India, more than 90% of internet users access the web via a mobile device. This shift has had a profound impact on the way businesses operate. A growing number of companies are now designing their websites and apps specifically for mobile devices, and many are abandoning the traditional desktop-based model in favor of a more mobile-centric approach. As a result, it is more important than ever for technology developers to design for mobile. One reason why it is so important for developers to design for mobile is because of the increasing number of people who are using mobile devices. In fact, recent studies have shown that more people now access the internet via mobile devices than through traditional computers. Another reason why it is important for developers to design for mobile is because of the unique features of mobile devices. For example, mobile devices typically have smaller screens than traditional computers, so developers need to be sure to create user interfaces that are optimized for these screens. Additionally, mobile devices often rely on touchscreens rather than mouse input, so developers need to make sure that their products are easy to use with just a finger. By taking the unique features of mobile devices into account, developers can create products that are not only easy to use but also enjoyed by a wide audience. Branding. It's important to remember that your ad is an extension of your brand. Everything from the visuals to the copy should be in line with your brand identity. If you're not sure what your brand identity is, take some time to do some soul searching, or hire a branding consultant, before you start working on your ad. Once you have a clear understanding of your brand, make sure that everything in your ad reflects that. Branding is important because it helps customers understand who you are and what you stand for. It can help customers feel more connected to your company and make them more likely to return in the future. Think about how you want your business to be perceived and work towards creating a consistent brand identity that reflects that. Be sure to keep your branding consistent across all of your marketing materials, from your website to your social media profiles to your advertising. If you take the time to focus on your branding, you'll be able to create a stronger connection with your customers and set yourself apart from the competition. Your ad should reflect your brand's unique personality and style. People should be able to look at your ad and instantly know that it's yours. This can be accomplished through the consistent use of colors, fonts, and logos across all of your marketing materials. Connection. One of the most important aspects of effective advertising is connecting with people on an emotional level. When you can make them feel something, they're more likely to take action and buy what you're selling. But how do you do that? It's not as difficult as it may seem. Just follow these simple tips. 1. Make sure your ad is relevant to your target audience. 2. Use images and words that evoke strong emotions. 3. Tell a story that connects with people on a personal level. 4. Appeal to people's sense of vanity or desire for self-improvement. 5. Use humor to create a connection with people's emotions. 6. Be genuine and authentic in your marketing materials. When you hear a story, any story, what do you want to feel? Empathy. Connection. A sense that you're not alone in the world. That's what makes a good marketing campaign great. It's why we tell stories. Marketing campaigns that use humor, surprise, and intrigue to engage their audiences are the most successful. When people are entertained, they are more likely to pay attention and remember the message. Some great ways to engage an audience with humor, surprise, and intrigue include using catchy slogans, incorporating unexpected visuals, and telling stories. One example of a marketing campaign that uses humor to engage its audience is the Dumb Ways to Die campaign by Metro Trains in Melbourne, Australia. The campaign features a series of catchy songs with darkly humorous lyrics that warn about the dangers of being killed or injured by doing dumb things around trains. The videos have been viewed over 100 million times on YouTube, and the campaign has won numerous awards, including Grand Prix at the Cannes Lions International Festival of Creativity. One metric to use to measure the effectiveness of your connection is CTR. The click-through rate, CTR, is a metric that measures how often people who see your ad end up clicking on it. A high CTR is indicative of an effective ad because it means that people are not only seeing your ad, but they're also finding it relevant and engaging enough to click through to learn more about your product or service. Music. When it comes to producing video ads, sound and music are two of the most powerful tools at your disposal. They can be used to create a sense of excitement and urgency, to convey emotion, and to engage the viewer's attention. Music is especially effective at setting the tone for an ad and establishing a mood. It can be used to make an ad feel more upbeat or energetic or to create a feeling of suspense or intrigue. The right music can also help to underscore the message of the ad and make it more memorable. It can be used to create a sense of urgency or importance or to highlight specific points that you want the viewer to remember. By using sound strategically, you can keep the viewer's attention focused on your ad until the very end. Direction or desire. Problem: you've put together a great video, but it's not getting the response you want. Most people only watch a video for about 10 seconds before deciding whether to keep watching or move on. If your video doesn't have a clear CTA by that point, you're losing out on potential conversions. Solution: use audio to influence the viewer to take action. By adding an audio clip with a strong CTA at the beginning and end of your video, you can increase conversions significantly. The best way to do this is to focus on the benefits of your product or service rather than the features. For example, if you sell tires, don't just list the specs of the tires in your ad, $for example our tires have a tread life of 50,000 miles. Instead, focus on what that benefit means for the customer, for example our tires will last twice as long as the average tire, so you'll save money in the long run. Your ad is essential for creating desire in the public eye for your product. By utilizing clever slogans, exciting visuals, and persuasive language, you can make your product stand out from the rest. Once the viewer has the desire, you provide the direction. When it comes to advertising, one of the most important things is having a clear call to action, CTA. This is what encourages people to take the next step, whether that's making a purchase, signing up for a service, or something else. There are many different ways to create a clear CTA, but some of the most common techniques include using strong verbs such as buy, register, or download, and making the CTA stand out visually so it's easy to see. When it comes to creating effective CTAs, there are no hard and fast rules. Experimentation is often necessary in order to find what works best for your brand and your target audience. However, following these basic guidelines should help you create advertising that encourages people to take the next step and convert into customers. Placing your ads in the right place, making sure they stand out visually, and using clear and relevant CTAs are all important aspects of creating effective ads. By following these simple guidelines, you can create ad campaigns that are more likely to result in conversions.